Hello, I'm Ceri from Spectrum Gaming, and I'm going to be talking about how we use gaming to create joyful and safe spaces for the autistic young people in our community. Spectrum Gaming is an autistic-led UK charity that supports autistic young people aged 10 to 17 who are struggling with long-term isolation, burnout, and mental distress as a result of living in a world not designed for their sensory, communication, or social needs. We officially became a charity in 2021, but we existed for a few years prior to this as a gaming group that was set up by Andy, who is SG's creative director and founder. He was motivated to set up the charity because of the huge struggles that he had faced as an undiagnosed autistic young person, where he never felt that there was a place where he could really be himself, which of course had a hugely negative impact on his well-being. As a result of this, his life goal is to make sure as many autistic young people as possible avoid the struggles that his generation and previous generations have faced. And this is a picture of Andy doing a forfeit at one of our 24-hour gaming marathon fundraisers. As a charity, we work across four main areas. Our online services is where we provide a safe space online, which is supervised by trusted adults, where young people can explore, connect, and grow with others. In our face-to-face services, we offer opportunities for young people to meet with others and undertake positive activities together. With advocacy, we work with young people, parents, and partners to identify the priorities of young people and creating resources that address these priorities. And finally, we offer training and guidance to those who need it most and build a community who share our passion and vision to create change. So this is to demonstrate really how much we've grown from that small gaming group to supporting 1,000 autistic young people each year who are based all over the UK. So here's some of our engagement stats from 2025. So we had 1,815 attendees at our online events, and young people sent 534,381 messages on Discord and had a total playtime on Minecraft of 2 years, 41 weeks, 1 day, 21 hours, 12 minutes, and 49 seconds. So you can see how much our online services are really heavily used by the young people in the community. So to briefly pause from talking about SG to properly introduce myself. I'm Ceri and I'm the Funding and Development Manager for Spectrum Gaming. And I've just made a little diagram to explain why I ended up at SG. So I'm a late diagnosed autistic woman and I was working in fundraising. I've been working in fundraising for 4 years at this point. And one of my main hobbies is gaming. And so I saw that SG had a job opening in fundraising, which just felt like the perfect fit for me. And luckily, I got the job. Here's just some of the games that I really enjoy. I think Red Dead is still my all-time favorite, and I'm just still not over what happens to the horse. We've got something that I think is exciting about Spectrum Gaming is that the majority of the staff team are autistic. As an autistic staff member, it's great to be working in a space where I don't feel that I have to explain myself every day. In previous workplaces, there was a really static understanding of what accommodations meant, but at Spectrum Gaming, there's an understanding that support needed might differ throughout the week. The biggest revelation of a workplace being this accessible for me is that I can just focus on showing up and doing my job instead of exerting energy on trying to make myself appear as not autistic as possible. A big thing that we do at Spectrum Gaming is like taking a neuroaffirming view of autism. So our belief is that autism is not a disorder and being autistic doesn't make you a burden. But this is sadly a mindset that a lot of young people have when they first join us because of negative messaging that's been picked up from other places. And it's even one that you can see throughout charities that are supporting autistic people. So some really sad research from 2025 found that out of the 11 charities with incomes over 10 million that support autistic people, every single one of those charities depicts autistic people as needing to change. Autistic people, they say, should be more communicative or resilient. These charities will carry a huge amount of influence, so it's really worrying that they perpetuate this myth, and it's really damaging to the community. And it's just a narrative that we will always really loudly push back on. But what's so important about being a charity for autistic people by autistic people, and what are the benefits of this for the young people in our community? So the first thing is that we've designed services that really works for them because of that shared understanding, the shared struggles and experiences that we've had, the understanding that there are different communication needs. So, for example, every online event that we host is designed to accommodate both spoken and written communication. Part of the reason why gaming became such a big part of how we support our community members is that we wanted people to be able to join in group activities and have fun with others, even if they didn't have the energy to make any conversation. Young people are then also in youth spaces with staff who get it, where they can be themselves without explanation, and this really helps for them to engage and settle into the community. And finally, young people really look up to our staff team as role models for what they could achieve themselves in the future. This just gives them such a big boost in their confidence and just renews those feelings of hope for their future lives. So delving more into why online youth spaces in particular are so vital to our community. So when SG was started, we just had an understanding that traditional youth spaces just weren't accessible for the majority of autistic young people, and a big reason for that is autistic burnout. At the point that they join SG, the majority of young people are experiencing autistic burnout, which is defined as extreme long-term exhaustion and overwhelm triggered over time, where the stress of coping with life's demands exceeds the autistic person's ability to cope. The individual may lose the ability to carry out everyday tasks, lose skills they usually have, and experience increased sensory difficulties. So if you were feeling all of those feelings, would going outside to a space you'd never been before, to be around people that you didn't know well at a very particularly scheduled time really work for you? We just really recognise that our youth club, which we do hold in Bury in Greater Manchester, might be an end goal for some of the young people in our community, but it's not usually the starting point for them. So looking at our online spaces, there's two main ways that we work online with young people. The first is our Minecraft server. So in the Minecraft world, young people create bases of their own design where they live either on their own or with friends. We also have community buildings that are constructed by groups as part of exciting projects. And there's a shopping district where members can open their own business and use various currencies such as diamonds and iron. Over on Discord, there's two servers. One is for young people aged under 13, and the other is for 13 to 17-year-olds. The servers are overseen by our youth workers, trained volunteers, and young staff who are there to support members to connect socially and form positive relationships. And within this server, there's two sort of main ways that the server's used. So there's the chat channels, which focuses on the interests of our members, and this ranges from topics including pets and animals, film and TV, and even transport. This allows members to find and connect with peers who have similar interests. And then we also have voice channels, which provide a space to hang out together, play video games, listen to music, create artwork, or just a space to chat about their days. And gaming in particular offers so much to support young people in our community to recover from burnout. many of the young people in SG struggle with the school environment, so having a space to game socially with others helps them to decompress, where they can focus on the game but chat with people that they trust. When you've had a tough day and feel like you've not got any social situations right, we found that playing games and feeling a sense of achievement helps people to rebuild that confidence. For some young people, gaming helps them to develop their skills, including creative and communication skills. And also, obviously, a really important element to this is just that there's a space for people to have fun together, which is obviously a really big boost to their well-being as well. So I asked staff to reflect on why young people are playing the games that they play, and we came up with these four sort of main themes. So the first one is that young people lean towards games that are free and accessible, so the ones that are available on all platforms. Obviously, if they're free, then it's easier for people to just dip into, but there's no barriers in terms of like needing a specific device to play. Roblox in particular there's just so much variety, and young people really like that. Some of the other community members lean more towards games where there's a feeling of having a virtual pet. So Pokemon was mentioned within this, but the other bonus of Pokemon is that it spans a lot of other media, so it gets lots of interest from that because there's just lots of different ways to connect with people over that one game. For some, they found their niche, so they know what sort of games that they like, and then they find a group who also like that game, and it just really supports them in being able to find that friendship group. So we have a group who are often playing Sims together at the moment. And finally, we have like co-op games, and obviously a popular choice for when you're sort of looking to make connections with other people over gaming. So Fortnite and Phasmophobia were mentioned by staff as popular ones with young people. So obviously a big part of what we do is making sure that our community spaces are safe for the young people to use. And we've done lots of different things to ensure that the young people accessing the community and gaming with us are kept safe. So the first thing is that we have a verification process that ensures only young people are joining the community. So when someone first joins us, they have to have a interview with it's a quick like welcome video call with staff and with a parent, and then to be verified by an external source. Our servers are moderated by our trained youth workers throughout our opening hours, which are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 5 days a week. And we have rules on Minecraft to give people a good gaming experience. So there's no cheats allowed, and you're not to enter other people's bases or steal things from their bases. Support tickets are also available to resolve disputes or provide additional support for a young person, or to help them find people to connect with. For example, if they want to play a specific game but didn't know anybody to play it with. So thinking about what gaming in an online use space, what impact that's having on young people, and the honest answer to this is really that everybody's journey with us is really unique to them, because we don't really have one goal, one main outcome for young people, because the community is designed to be flexible for it to be the thing that the young person needs it for. So for some young people, the impact might just be that they have really had that opportunity to focus entirely on friendships and building connections and finding a group that they can game and chat with regularly. For others, they might want to be part of a more formal group like our Minecraft build team, and to design and create experiences for others in the community. And other young people, the gaming might be the start of what helps them to build their confidence to feel connected to more people, which then helps them to attend online or in-person meetups. So this feedback from a parent, I think, really explains the importance of how the importance of what our low demand online community does, and they let us know. They said that my son is situationally mute and therefore online interaction is easier as he is a people pleaser and cannot move away from in-person situations, so avoidance creeps in. With SG, he can say AFK, away from keyboard, and nobody thinks anything of it. As a result, he has gone from speaking to only us to a wide group of children, and he joined small meetups initially and now SG meetups in London and Sheffield. He plays with SG people every day, and I've made an excellent group of mum friends. Without SG, he would return to being completely isolated. Spectrum Gaming has been exactly what he needs and has given him a future back. So then from young people, they always, when we do feedback with them, the themes that come up is that they tell us how they found friends for the first time, how they no longer feel lonely, how being part of SG has changed their lives, and that they feel acceptance of being autistic. So if you like what we do, there's so many ways that you could help us to keep going. As a small charity, we stretch every pound as far as it can go. It costs just £500 per young person per year to access 12,480 hours of support. There are very few places that can offer autistic young people this level of consistency that they really, really need. So you can help us keep this going. With your support, we can continue providing an accepting community where autistic young people have access to timely, long-term support that could shape their lifetime. So one thing that we're doing this year is we have got a year-long fundraising event called Achievement Unlocked, which launches in June and will last until June 2027. So if you were able to take part, you'd be helping us to raise 40,000, which would be securing the community for autistic young people. We're always looking out for more people who might be interested in helping us to fundraise. If that was of interest to you, there's a contact email, which is just fundraising@spectrumgaming.net, and I'd be the person who would be supporting you with your fundraiser. So I don't know if anybody in the conference would be interested in doing a gaming marathon with other conference attendees, but that would be really amazing if that were to happen. Obviously, fundraising is quite a big commitment, so other options to support us would be donating directly to us, and there's a link on the screen to do that. Or even just following our social media pages and sharing posts that would help us to become more known. So yeah, finally, just to say thank you for letting me speak at this conference. It's not something that I would have imagined myself ever really being able to do. So I really appreciate this opportunity, and thank you for listening to me speak about a cause that I really care about. And just to say that there is a follow-up video coming from my colleague Richard, who is going to do a tour of the Minecraft server and just talk much more about Minecraft than I have the knowledge of. So yeah, thank you.
The previously mentioned website is spectrumgaming.net/support-us.
Hello, my name is Richard Turner and I am the Minecraft coordinator for Spectrum Gaming. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the servers and explain the services that Spectrum Gaming offers young people through Minecraft. Since January 2025, we've had 109 new players, and the average playtime per player is 3 days and 20 hours. In the last 2 years, the young people have racked up 20,560 hours on our servers, and the playtime in the last 6 years is 55,440 hours. The most popular servers are the survival and minigame server, so now I'll give you a little tour and explain how we run them. When young people log on, they're faced with a bunch of NPCs that will take them to different parts of the server. First one is the creative world, and young people can build in plot areas or on a normal open creative world. The second one is the survival world, and this resets every single year. Third one is the event NPC, and this only activates for special events. such as the snowball fight at Christmas. The next NPC is the minigames NPC, and this takes you to the minigames hub where we have Bed Wars, TNT Run, and parkour games. And finally, the last NPC is the destructive server, and this is a giant city that young people can blow up with TNT until the hearts are content, and it resets every day. And finally, we have the spectate NPC where young people can go into old survival worlds and relive memories from our past survival seasons. So come with me while I give you a quick tour of each world.
Time after time, guess I need to say sorry. Been treating me poorly. Believe that's that story. I'm not gonna stand there saying defeated. 6 feet underground, bury my demons.
So here I am in the survival server. This is the spawn area, an area that is built by our special build team in SG. Young people can apply to be builders on the servers and help with the decoration of each spawn when the season restarts. This spawn area took about 3 or 4 months to build. The theme was decided on by the young people, so this area is built by staff and young people for the rest of SG to enjoy. This area is all protected and it has NPCs that you can speak to when you first log in. These NPCs can be really helpful, as Fiona the fish seller gives out free fish, Pat the butcher gives out free steak, and Mark the bread vendor gives out free bread. Over here we have the town guard who gives out a free iron sword, so that when young people leave the spawn area, which is all protected, they have a weapon to fight the dangerous mobs in the outside world. As well as having NPCs that they can talk to, there are also some secrets hidden away in this area. The NPCs give out clues to a secret area which you can find just down here. If we look behind this painting, you'll see that there is a portal, and through this portal, if they go through, there is a dungeon which they can play. As young people go through the portal, they find a secret room, and the NPCs around spawn give them clues to the password to open the dungeon. So here we put 3 blocks and this opens a dungeon door. If I get the password right, the door opens and that takes us into the dungeon and a series of mobs to fight with a final boss. Also, if young people go through the nether portal at spawn, it brings them here, the nether hub. This hub was also built by the build team and it has huge tunnels going off in every direction to help them navigate the nether. Alongside the nether hub, we also have the shopping district where young people can claim plots of land to build the shops, and they can use our special shop plugin to trade with each other. If they don't fancy building a shop themselves, they can also claim a market stall where they're able to set up little mini shops without having to build the building around it. So that is our survival server in a nutshell, all put together by our amazing technical guys and the young builders on the build team. Now that I've showed you the survival server, here is the minigames hub. So here we are in the minigames hub, and when young people log in, they're faced with 4 minigame options: murder mystery, parkour, bed wars / PvP, they're both in the same area, and TNT run. In the murder mystery game, young people are assigned roles: detective, murderer, or innocent. The innocent's job is to escape the murderer while the detective seeks them out. The parkour minigames contain lots of maps with different obstacle courses for young people to try. Bedwars and PvP games are all about combat. And finally, the TNT run is a mini game where the floor disappears from under your feet and there are less and less places to stand until there is eventually one winner. Next, welcome to the creative server. In Minecraft creative mode, you don't have to gather the resources yourself. They're already there in your inventory, ready to build. Our creative servers are split into 2. We have a plot world and a regular Minecraft world. In the regular Minecraft world, the world is identical to a survival world, except you don't have to gather resources. However, in the plots world, young people can claim a plot to build on. In the destructive server, we have a huge city, which we downloaded, specifically for them to absolutely destroy. Once a day, the server is reset and buildings reappear to be blown up all over again. Every single year, when the survival server is reset, the build team are asked to build a new spawn, a nether hub and shopping district. But currently they are also creating a new hub, and here it is. 4 months of work so far. This will be the new Spectrum Gaming login hub. The build team is changed every year, and young people in SG can apply to be part of it. The application process involves a build challenge, and young people can apply and are then judged by the previous build team. The hub behind me has been worked on by 8 young people and a couple of staff, and will be released over the next few months. It's the biggest build team project ever done in SG, and it will probably last a few years. So there you have it. There is a quick overview of our Minecraft services in Spectrum Gaming. Our overall aim in Minecraft is to create a safe environment that encourages friendships through collaboration on projects, adventures, trading and events, all with the goal of improving the quality of life for our young people, reducing isolation and improving confidence and self-esteem. Alongside this, Minecraft can sometimes develop life skills such as problem solving, creativity, teamwork, communication skills and digital literacy. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know more about Spectrum Gaming and our Minecraft services, you can visit spectrumgaming.net. Bye bye!